people who haven't been in cults don't understand that like you can leave the cult, but you're still looking for that level of community. You're still looking for that level of certainty. You're still looking for that level of reception of control over your life. And it takes us deconstructing and healing and being able to name those things. Like it takes time. So I always say, like, I have this 3-part model of deconstruction. You have the crack in the brainwashing, and you physically and mentally leave the cult.
Yeah.
Then you have a decade of deconstruction, which starts when you start it. You know, some of us like run for 10 years first. Then you have the decade of deconstruction. And then you have moving forward with no models and new models. But in that entire period between when you left the cults and when you kind of get, I would say, like over the hill of the decade of deconstruction, you're super vulnerable to joining new cults.
Next week.
Because you literally have so many voids, right? Like one of the things about high control groups is they give you a framework for how to do life, right? That is the promise of every high control group is if you do this, you follow our way. Exactly. It's the way. And we promise you that like you will win at life. And so when you lose that framework, you really feel like you are just floundering in the middle of nowhere. And especially that is especially true for us cult babies who never knew anything but the high control environment. So without thinking about it, we're looking for that next high control. So even like I look back, you know, I wrote a book about the army being my next big cult that I joined. But like in reality, in high school and college, I put myself into such a high control environment. I was working 2 to 4 jobs. I was making straight A's. I was going to be valedictorian. I truly believe if I hadn't fallen into a crazy relationship and gone into the army, like I would have had a PhD by the age of 25 because I would have just let that system control me and give me the constant work and the constant striving and the next step and the next way to be because I didn't truly understand how to just be in the world.
You're used to every level of your life being controlled.
And so for me, the army felt comfortable. Like honestly, when I looked forward to joining basic training, I was like, I just think of it as just like falling forward into the hard embrace of high control. And so then it's not until I'm 28 years old, getting out of the army, new baby, all of this stuff that I actually start to realize, oh, I have no way of knowing how to be in the world. And kind of what you said, we bounce into all these groups and then we finally